Hi, my dear parents. Do you feel that when your kids become teenagers, they tend to move away from you? Well, let me ask mothers, do you feel that your child who was very huggy and loving has suddenly become cold and aloof and moved away from you? Uh, how about having conversations with your teenage girls? How many of you are feeling that most of the conversations end up in arguments? Hi, I'm Commander Bimal Raj. I'm a mindset mentor, executive coach, and I'm the founder of Insightful Parent. I'm a teen parenting coach as well. Now, I'm going to cover all these aspects in various different videos. In fact, I will cover all the issues that you face with your teenagers in various different videos in my YouTube. So make sure that you please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can keep getting value from me. Okay. Now, how many of you have realized that in today's teens, there is a tendency to adopt risky behavior? Not just in today's teens, I mean, during teenage. Even when we were teenagers, our parents thought the same. Okay. Now, welcome to the world of teenagers. Let me start by telling you that these are very normal behaviors that you can expect from teens. In fact, studies have found that these are exhibited by all social mammals, especially three particular behaviors. One is increased peer affiliation, increased risk taking, and third is increased sensation seeking. Now, if these are predominant even in social mammals, so it is naturally going to be there in our teenage kids as well. Now, I will always say that irrespective of how they are, the onus is upon us as parents to remain connected and help them through these difficult years. And teenage is actually a very difficult period for your kids. Now, let me make you understand how their brain functions with an example or a parallel. Now, do you remember how your child was when he or she was 2 years old? We all had to raise our standard of living. We had to put things up. Despite all that, there was always the risk of our child putting their finger into some electrical socket, right? Now, just because as a teen they don't put their finger in their electrical socket does not mean that their brain functions normally. It can go off in a tangent or it can misfire or any issue anytime. Okay. Now, I want to share one very important developmental aspect during their teenage, that is the psychological aspect of it. It is extremely important for you to understand, and once you understand that, you will start understanding your teenagers much better right from today. All right. One of the major changes that a teen undergoes, other than their physiological changes, is psychological. Now, the psychological change is like an inner call. It's a nudge to turn away from childhood and all the things associated with childhood and move into adulthood. Now, tell me, who are the biggest reminders of childhood for them? Us, the parents, right? So they have to turn away from us, the parents. So a lot of this defiance and asserting themselves and having a completely different opinion about whatever we say is basically they are trying to stamp to you, to us, as well as to themselves, and that they are now adults and they don't need you and me. All right. It's a constant struggle within them. There are two selves. It's a baby self and there's an adult self, and there's a constant tug of war between them. Both need to exist. Okay. And that creates a lot of heartburns and strifes at home. Okay. And another constant complaint that I hear from teenage parents is that they behave very differently with everyone outside their homes, but they're very nasty when they're at home and with us. Now, how many of you have observed that your child don't even clean up their room even after you yell at them 100 times, but they could be the leader of a voluntary organization at school? Yeah, it's very, you start thinking, is it my child? What's happening? Now, the fact is that your kids are more of their baby self when they're with you, their parents, except for the time they are trying to show to you that they are adults. No, the baby self will always be there. Now, look at us, even we are parents, but when we go to our home, we become child or childlike. Let me tell you my story. I make tea for my wife and my child here at home. Okay. But when I go to my home, I become the child of my mom. I become the brat. I will sit at one place and I will call out to my mom and I ask her to make chai for me. I mean, it's not about being disrespectful. I mean, we love to have that attention that a child gets, and to feel that love that a mother has for the child. It's a natural thing, and that's what is happening now. It's the same with your kids as well. Now, please don't judge them based on how they behave at your home. Now, if you want to know how they are growing and how they would turn out as adults, please look outside and find out how they are behaving and dealing with the real world. Could be their schools, their colleges, their clubs, playground, anywhere. Okay, and there you will come to know the real self, how they are growing into adulthood. Okay, and if that feedback is not very good, then definitely you need to be concerned and we need to do something about it. Okay, but it is normally the other way around, right? People are very happy outside, but at home there's a lot of difficulty. But I'm here to help you with everything. Please share your comments and thought process and feelings about what I shared. Have you experienced it, and what are your thoughts about it? If you have any questions, put them down and I will come back with another video very soon.